What's up? MiKel here with another tip video. In this video, I want to talk about blog support and why blog support is important. If you don't know why blog support is important, you're missing out on quite a big avenue of easy marketing for your brand and your music. Blogs love to post out, they love to post new music that is, fresh, and especially if it's produced by a rising artist. The top blogs obviously try to focus a lot on top stories, but if it's like a top DJ or a top producer or a top hip-hop artist, they're gonna be pushing that. But the ones that are a little smaller, that have less readers but are still effective, they love to post up-and-coming talent and post new and fresh music to stay relevant. You know what I mean? A lot of people actually will shun the bigger artists for only posting stories about the top artists. If you follow EDM, there is a lot of, the top EDM blogs are like Dancing Astronaut and Your EDM, and these blogs typically, their most interactive ones are the ones that talk about top artists and top DJs. So it may be a little beneficial for you to target the smaller blogs first, just so that you can start building a name for yourself and get more fans that way. But what's really cool is all you have to do with a lot of these blogs is just find an email, like maybe on their website or on their Facebook page, send them a short email saying, hey, this is my name, I have this track, I'd love for it to be featured on your blog, and I've been reading your blog for a long time, and I think my music would fit what you write about quite nicely. Then send them a link to your SoundCloud. Make sure that SoundCloud, or send them a link to the song on SoundCloud, and make sure that song has all the information below it on the profile, or not in the profile, but in the description below it. And that way the blog can see it, they can read it, and then they can support it and write about it if they think it's good. If they don't think it's good, don't worry about it. Sometimes the blogs will say, oh, it doesn't, it's something that that won't really fit what we post, or sometimes they'll even give you criticism. Now, there are other blogs that you can go for that are bigger, but you may have to pay for them. Now, there's like some EDM blogs, I think EDM Tunes and EDM Maniac, where you have to pay 20 to 30 bucks just to submit your song to a blog. I'm not against that. I get why they do it. They get so many submissions that it does take a lot of time to go through them. So, one, to help filter it out, they can have people pay to get their music submitted, and then they can also hire more people to actually listen to these submissions, and it also helps cover their back-end costs, like their internet service provider and web host and everything like that. So, but yeah, you have a way better, not a way better chance, but you have a better chance of reaching more people with bigger blogs. But there's no problem with going with smaller blogs that have somewhat of a fan base, because you never know who can be in there reading it at the time, and then they happen to see your article when they feature your song. In my course that I offer, I go fully in depth on how to send an email, where I actually write out the email that you would send to a blog and show the entire process of that. So feel free to check out my course if you're interested in that. And yeah, so that's why it's important, because blogs can go and they have their own fan base, and you can tap into those fan bases just by sending them a song, and if it's good enough, they write about it, and boom, you might find yourself a few followers. And especially if you have a fan gate or a download gate, which is like a tool that you can use to have people like your Facebook in exchange for a free download, or follow you on SoundCloud in exchange for a free download. So if you have that on, and then a blog says, oh, hey, this is a free download that was written by this artist, go check it out, go get your free download, and you're going to find yourself, your numbers are just going to start growing like crazy. And what's also great about blogs is you can send your music to as many blogs as you want, and all the blogs that like it can post it. It doesn't have to be exclusive. Now, if you're a really good artist and you give the exclusive release to another blog, then that's great. You don't sign it away or anything like a label. You just at least give the label or the blog the first opportunity to write about it. They appreciate stuff like that. And if your music has been taking off, and you say, "Oh, hey, your EDM, I want you guys to do an exclusive write-up on my song. I haven't sent it to anyone else," they'd be happy to do it if your stuff is killing it in the game. And that could be with any blog. If you're doing hip-hop, there's World Star Hip Hop, that's also considered a blog because there's a lot of music that gets posted on there, as well as fight videos and stuff. Hot New Hip Hop is another one as well. There's so many different blogs out there, and you got to research them. Research what blogs are out there in the niche that you are focusing on. So if you're doing EDM, you're going to find blogs like Your EDM, Dancing Astronaut. You're going to find smaller ones like EDM Maniac, EDM Tunes, or even like really small ones like this one called SoBlog, or it's sohblog.com. And there's plenty of people in forums that share that information. You can easily just go into a Facebook group and be like, "Oh, hey, what blogs are good for this type of music?" And people will let you know what you could look for. And once you find it, write it down. Make sure you save all these emails in a safe place, and then every time you come out with a new track, send them it. And that way, if they like it, they're going to write an article about it, or maybe they repost it on their SoundCloud, and make sure everything is easily available, easily read. And if you have the cover, make sure you have cover art for it as well, so it looks better. Everything has to look professional. Like I was saying in a previous video, everything has to look professional. So that's pretty much blog support for you. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below. And yeah, that's it for this video. So don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the videos in my 90-day challenge. Don't forget to like and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, SoundCloud, and sign up for that newsletter to get more exclusive tips and everything like that. And I will see you guys in the next tip video. Adios.